to the Entrepreneurial CPA Show. We're here to help take the deep dive in knowledge you need to break free of the box, and as always, punch above your way. And I'm Garrett Wagner, your Entrepreneurial CPA Channel host, flying solo today. No special co-host, no nothing. I'm going to try and do it all by myself because we got a lot of stuff going on and we got to talk about it. And specifically today, I want to dive into the payroll protection loan program and how do you kind of handle this chaos with your clients? Because you're probably feeling the pain. We got through the application process. We're in, most of them, a lot of them got funded. How do we deal with forgiveness? What do we do? How do we advise our clients? So we can be entrepreneurial CPAs, add value-added consultants, advisors, be the most relevant advisor to our clients. How do we do that? Because right now it just feels like it's chaos every day. There's complaints about people giving loans back, people making questions about what the program is. What do we do? How do we find a path through this chaos? So we're going to provide our insight and direction on how to do that. How do you focus on advising your clients and not pulling your hair out as you go? So step number one of this is you need to make it easy for your clients. Let them rely on you to figure this out so they can focus on running their business, enriching their stakeholders, taking care of their employees, their customers, taking care of their family, whatever it is right now. Let them and position this where you're going to help them through this. They don't need to watch webinars. They don't need to read articles. They don't need to stress about the forgiveness aspect of this programs. They're going to rely on you. And you are going to guide them through this by making it easy for them. And one of the best tips on that, we've talked about this before, subscription pricing. Don't bill by the hour. Set up a simple subscription pricing program. Now, I've talked about that in other places, so we're not going to dive into that. But that helps you make it easy for your clients. They're not worried about the bill, and you can focus on giving out the consistent advice time and time again. Which brings us to tip number 2. And you won't be surprised to hear this. Solidify the intangibles or have a consistent process. That's always the answer. You know, really focus on it, your firm. How do you advise your clients? What does that mean? What's your process? Understand how much they got, where it can be spent. Are they going to hit the 75% threshold or not? If they're under it, how do they add additional payroll to get over that, to hit that forgiveness threshold? Rely on that. You know, what's your process as a firm? You know, ours is just talking to the owners about step number 1. Can they hit that 75% threshold or not? If they can, great. How will they maximize it? If they're under, what opportunities do they have to get there up to it? Is it time to hire new people back to the organization? Can they pay people to do non-traditional work for them that still needs to get done? Whatever the options are, process is the key. And finally, you know, tip number 3, avoid all this confusion, avoid bickering about it online, avoid stressing about it, and most definitely avoid complex spreadsheets. Kind of like we saw when we first got into the application process. Firms were scrambling on like crazy to build these complex spreadsheets to calculate payroll costs and payroll cycles and all these aspects. Well, guess what? We didn't need it. The payroll companies created reports for us. The healthcare companies, the retirement companies, most of the data you need is going to come from a third party that's going to have a report for this. And we've already seen some of that. For most of the major payroll providers in the United States, they already have payroll reports for the forgiveness aspect. Perfect. Simple. Don't dive into the complexity of spreadsheets. Focus on making it easy for your clients. You are here for them along the way. Keep a consistent process that you apply, and then avoid getting pulled into detailed, overly complicated spreadsheets. If you can do all that, you're on your way to being an advisor to your clients, to helping them get through this, to being more successful, and increasing the profitability of your firm when you embrace subscription pricing, which means you're providing them access to you, not a tax return. That's what's going to help you get through this and avoid going crazy through the payroll loan process. If you got questions how to do this, you want to get a little more granular with it, I'm happy to reach out, talk to you, offer you suggestions, how to make it easy for your clients, keep a consistent process, and avoid overly complex spreadsheets that don't help anybody out. As always, We thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe during these crazy times. And as always, you know the drill. We challenge you today to take action to change the world and invest in yourself.